Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. 4 people are facing felony drug charges after a meth bust. It happened in central Minnesota.
After police executed a search warrant at a home in Crosby, Minnesota, they arrested these 4. All have been charged with a list of crimes, including possession of methamphetamine, possession with intent to sell, and possession of drug paraphernalia in the presence of a child. Police say drug investigators confiscated around 3 ounces of meth that has a street value of about $9,000. 4 children were in the house at the time of the arrests, ranging from 2 to 11 years old.
Charges have been filed against a Crookston, Minnesota man accused of being nude and threatening to kill and rape children at a bus stop. Eric Olson faces 8 counts of threats of violence and lewd exhibition. According to court documents, a group of 8 to 10-year-old children were waiting at a bus stop on Monday. Olson allegedly stepped out in front of the children. He was nude and masturbating. He began to yell at the children that he was going to rape and kill them. Olson remains in jail. He has a long criminal history that includes terroristic threats, theft, and drug use. New surveillance photos were released today after suspected fraudsters in Dilworth returned to the scene of the crime. Police say they're looking for these 2 people of interest in a credit card case at a Dilworth Walmart. The men went back to the Walmart, were caught by a security camera a second time, buying several items with gift cards. If you recognize them, you're asked to contact the Dilworth Police Department.
Cloquet Public Schools outside Duluth canceled classes today because they were victims of a cyber attack. A spokesman says their computer network was shut down. With the North Dakota Cybersecurity Conference underway in Fargo, experts say this can happen and is happening everywhere. But it's not just schools that are vulnerable to attacks.
Think about a judicial system. If you run the county courthouse and you've got court lined up for the week and someone shuts down your system, you're not going to be able to function.
Kristen Judge adds there are usually 2 types of businesses, those who know they have been hacked and those who don't. She says it takes an average of 3 to 6 months before a hack is discovered.
The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating a deadly shooting involving an officer that happened in central Minnesota. Burnsville, Minnesota police say their officers shot and killed a man at a McDonald's parking lot. 5 officers responded, and they say they saw a man waving a weapon. Police say the encounter ended with the officers shooting and killing the armed suspect. The police chief there says all officers involved have been put on leave. That's a standard procedure. This is the first deadly officer-involved shooting in Burnsville since 1981.
Talking to kids about drugs is top of mind for local police, especially after recent overdoses. 5th and 7th graders in Moorhead go through the DARE program. A local officer tells us there are a lot of questions and some confusion about drugs, saying 10-year-olds know a lot more than you think.
There's a lot of confusion on their part initially because of legalizations elsewhere, so that they have that the preconceived notion that marijuana must be safe. If it's making it legal other places, then it must be safe for me to try or others to use, or because they're hearing of others using it. And so we talk about that, tobacco's legal. Just because something's legal doesn't mean that it's good for you or that it's safe for you.
Fargo and West Fargo schools don't use the DARE curriculum. They have similar programs taught by student resource officers.
This is my home. These are my neighbors, my friends. I just don't want 9,000 pigs as my neighbors.
Residents in Buffalo, North Dakota sounded off today before the North Dakota Health Department on the possibility of 9,000 hogs moving in.
People are furious about the health and lifestyle changes it could bring. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons was at the opposing testimonials and has much more.
This quiet town of Buffalo may soon be getting some new neighbors, 9,000 hogs to be exact.
The people that are coming in to raise these pigs are from out of state, and they are not a family farm. They are not our neighbors.
Pipestone System is a Minnesota-based pork powerhouse looking to build a new hog factory. But many residents do not approve. In many testimonials, neighbors spoke about the health issues like asthma and upper respiratory illness that can be worsened because of the new hog farm.
It has the potential to cause great harm to the neighbors. It has the potential to cause damage to the environment, and it also is just not a sustainable way to raise animals.
This is the location of their proposed hog facility. It is 2 miles southeast of Buffalo and just north of I-94. And according to floor plans, it will be estimated the size of the Fargo Dome.
Underneath that is the 10-foot holding tank for the waste. The capacity of that, we believe, is 8 to 10 million gallons. They can hold it in there for up to a year before it is spread on the fields. The air particles and the water runoff is scary.
The North Dakota Department of Health agrees that water in the area is a great concern, but they will be taking safety measures to ensure the project is safe.
For all our large facilities, we'll inspect on an annual basis. For a new facility such as this, we'll start off on more frequent.
E.J. Smith says that there is only one group that could possibly benefit from this project.
They have been farmers that will be receiving free or extremely reduced price fertilizer, which is thousands upon thousands of dollars in economic benefit. So it's a lot easier to be in favor of a project when you stand to benefit.
In Buffalo, North Dakota, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
The North Dakota Department of Health will review all testimonials made at the hearing and determine whether or not permits will be distributed.
We've gotten word that con artists and bogus ticket sites are already trying to cash in on the big Garth Brooks concert coming to Fargo.
Tickets go on sale tomorrow. The cost for all the tickets is $74.98. But if you look on some sites like TicketOfficeSale.com, prices are well above that because this site, like many others, is a third-party seller and not the official site to buy tickets. Fargo Dome General Manager Rob Sobolek tells us how to get tickets the right way.
Go to fargodome.com, read on the verbiage on there. It'll tell you how to get in to create that account so that your ticketing purchase experience can be as good as possible come 10 a.m.
You can go to valleynewslive.com and look for this story if you need directions to these tickets.
The Garth Brooks concert is slated for May, and this morning we got a call from Valley News Live from Garth Brooks to Kyle Bosch and Lisa Bedeau about his upcoming tour, his memories of the Fargo Dome, and what people can expect at the show. Garth says when he decided to go back out on the road, he never expected the fans would react the way they have.
It was one of those things where I really thought, oh, was this a mistake? Was this a mistake? Is anybody going to show up? And then, you know, the first city went from 1 show to 11 shows, and then where you were at, Kyle, went from 1 show to 11 shows. They're the Twin Cities. So people are showing up at a record pace for this tour, and we feel lucky. It's the biggest selling tour in the world right now, and just so proud that it's under the flag of country music, and feel very, very lucky to get to be playing music.
Tickets for the May 7th show go on sale at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, but many people are wondering if Garth will add more performances. He told Kyle and Lisa their motto has been on tour, if they want us to stay, we'll play. So there is a chance for more dates. The Fargo Dome has already disabled some sections of its website in anticipation of thousands of people logging on to get tickets.
Valley News Live.